Well, I got a mic. Okay. Apparently, turn my music off. Turn off my mic. That was weird. Okay. Well, I guess the music it kind of overloads some of my mic settings. So that's not good. I think use my awesome, which I think it's my camera, which doesn't sound good. So let me hopefully switch over.
Let's try this one. This rubber it really works of trying to figure this out. Looks like the microphone that I usually use is actually not syncing. I know it's probably gonna be all poppy and weird, so. Well, can't use my mic then. I have to do some weird restarts and everything to make it. For my my Wacom actually wasn't working recently this morning. I'll just go into it. Oh well. Sorry that the audio was actually a little bit weird, little jank. But hopefully it's still hearable. But I think when I laugh or do louder sounds, it'll sound a little poppy. So, oh well. So I'm gonna turn it down maybe just a smidge more. There we go. Anyway, we should still have fun. But yeah, my Wacom earlier was acting up. So my drawing tablet wasn't like catching my mouse. It was really weird. Like I couldn't like actually draw or like something weird. So I like had to like restart my computer, which then synced it. So then my Wacom could actually understood that hey, we have an update for you, and that update requires you to restart your computer. So I restarted my computer within like 5 minutes of each other. So maybe somewhere in there. But yeah, it seems like my normal microphone isn't being read by OBS for some reason, and I'm not actually sure why. Unless it's this. Yeah. So it's either this one or, well, I guess you can tell me like, is it okay? This will be A or 1. Pop, pop, pop. How's that sound? And then I'll switch.
Pop, pop, pop. How's that one sound? This is B, so I switched over. Do you like the first one or the second one better? And we'll get into it. Hopefully a little shortly. But I'll say hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hi, Commoner, Star, Cookie, Dakota, and Seti. Hello. There, okay, cool. Thank you.
There we go. Okay. We're good. We're good. Okay. Sorry about that. Let's just make sure nothing else goes on weird. Um, Dang. Okay. Because the whole thing that I was trying to do at the start before all this happened was that I was gonna make the joke of like using the YouTube Premiere music, just to test to see if I can. I want to add music to my much better. Thank you. Want to add music to my streams because it does get kind of quiet. I do usually work with music anyway, so would be nice to have music. So I'm just making sure. I guess I'll check at the end to see whether or not what happens. Like obviously, I'm gonna use the YouTube. I guess I'm spinning around. There you go. Have something the spinning force. So want to use some YouTube stock music or whatever it is, like audio library. Basically, a lot of stock music is in there. So So yeah, I was just testing to see if like if I can just use one, what happens, and then I can work to make a playlist. So maybe add some uh, be pretty generic-y soundy. But I think it'd be better than so. Yeah. I don't need my pen. But yeah. So what I did with here, I'll move on. Thank you guys for being patient with all that. It's always hard to get streams in. As soon as one tiny little element, it like draws your whole thing off just trying to make sure everything works. Especially when something so high priority as my mic doesn't work. Um, might have to maybe doing just time I can figure it out or something. Take some time to like maybe unplug my microphone. Maybe you need to redo something, restart something. I don't actually know. This is something new. Especially using OBS now instead of Streamlabs. That why it doesn't show up as an audio source. That's the big thing. But anyway, okay, let's move on. Thank you again. Um, so I got a nice little tune filter on this, and I started to really started to model her head, which doesn't quite look great right now. And if you just kind of turn off some of the, there you go. So looks like she has a brain cavity. That's great. So it's still not quite perfect, but I did work to make the nose a little bit better. It's not quite smooth as perfect as obviously I don't want this to be really weird. So, but I was just fiddling with it for like hours in the meantime. So they're working on the head right now. I think I'm gonna move my attention back to the body. Go down here, make sure this looks good. So we're gonna work on the body and make it look like the refs that I got. So it's a little bit off. You can kind of see the proportions are kind of off, but that's okay. So what I want is to make sure that let's get rid of these armatures because I don't think I need this, and turn this off. So I think this object here is the one I've quickly made in like 2 minutes to get the Minecraft horse version. So I think I'm gonna turn this off because I think some of the geometry on it could be better. So that could just be easier than trying to finagle with this to make this better. Would just be to start with a new one. So let's do that. Cursor word origin cube beep. A little smaller, 0.2. There you go. And we'll just start from here. So what I'll need to do first is what we usually do for modeling. Let's cut it in half, and then see where this is. Box select. I did some Blender today, so I'm feeling pretty confident, but we'll see how far this goes. So now I have half of a box. I'm going to turn off the spotlights so you don't get confused with those. Let's just lift it up. And let's add the mirror modifier while we're here. Modifier, and then mirror. Beep, along the x-axis. That's the red one. I don't know if there's a mnemonic for it, but red is X, Y is green, and blue is Z. I know because it doesn't make sense that up and down, you know, when you like look front on, up and down is Z. When you're plotting points, you know, you usually think it would be Y. And some applications do use Y, but for some reason Blender, maybe tradition or something, likes to string clipping on. So that connects no matter what. Blender likes to keep that. What are you? You're the camera. Let's turn everything off. Keep it that way. Okay. So that's good. And that's pretty good. Let's get into the neck. Let's get about halfway here. So I'll just be slowly just figuring this out again. How much fun this has been. Let's see. Extend the Runo. And then probably want it to be, let's see. Probably like, oh yeah, there's only one to worry about. Let's have it to be like the size of this. Size of the leg might be good. Let's have another one for like the leg to come out, and then another one for the back leg, and then one for the butt, basically here. To get enough geometry there, and then we can start to probably move some of these down. Just trying to remesh this back to this shape that we want. I watched like a lot of tutorials in the meantime as well, so I feel pretty confident of just like able to just go in here and just start modeling like this. Once you kind of get into the habit, it's like really fun because you feel very in control. You know exactly what you want and what's gonna happen. Like if you start to like extrude stuff, you know, it's like you know what's gonna happen, you know. That's fun. Just kind of make sure these get back into position. But already we can see like already a curve going on there. So that's good. So we'll just do that in the front as well. So I'm using a what is this? Marquee kind of style to like select these points. Get these all into position. How you guys doing? I know this is gonna be really either chill or really annoying of how slow this can be. So how you guys doing? I've been doing pretty good. I've just been really focusing in on just like really dialing in on my movie. So it's kind of what all I've been doing recently. I've started to look for different opportunities, different job opportunities. So that's been fun. It's been weird. A little bit. I haven't really heard much from. I would like send emails as job applications, but then never hear from them. Not even like, sorry, you're not who we're looking for. Like not even getting like an email like that. So it's like, huh. So it's my first time really doing this, and it's like already being ghosted and rejected. It's like, huh, cool. Well, oh well. So I don't know. I don't know if that's normal or what should I be doing something like is it somehow my fault or like what I need to do? You know. Am I doing it wrong? I'm gonna solve this, so I'm not actually sure what this one's doing. So, Cookie or like any other like artist that I know on here, do you guys have a similar experience or something that can help me out with something like that? When something like happens like that, that's like, wait a minute. I sent you a nicely worded email, but then I never actually heard from you back. So I was like, well, do I wait, you know, like a couple weeks? Do I like, what's the best procedure after that, you know, to do? Like, okay, like, oh, I'm just supposed to just move on, or like, do I wait like a week and then hopefully then they'll come back to me and then everything else will be kosher from there? I don't know. Let's see. So I'm just gonna add more geometry because somehow I didn't include a bunch of geometry this way. Beep. I can get these going. Hi, Despeak. Looks great. I guess I can wave to you. Hello. And Harin Tarshiz. Vom Redden, you got it. For answers, just keep trying as many places as possible and wait. Okay. Try again maybe 1 or 2 times afterward. They're usually busy right now, or we actually got ghosted, which isn't that uncommon. Hello. Yeah, it's tough. Especially like not having experience to know like this is the proper procedure. That's what I'm looking for. I guess I could just go all the way across. Sure. A little scared there. Um, because unfortunately, a lot of my experiences are like when I got a job position, um, has been just from has been literally having from another a horse famous person actually contacting me and then saying, "Hey, are you open to work on my project with you? Would you like to work on my project?" So, and that's been just about the majority of what I've how I got jobs like that has been just having other people come come forward to me and recommend me. So, unfortunately, I just don't know. I actually don't know what's the best procedure to actually just go ahead to do it on my own, you know, on what to do. Uh, so, just keep going. Okay, that's probably the best. Unfortunately, I did do about three so far, I think. I applied for about three different jobs in the last month or so, which probably isn't enough, but yeah, and all of them goes to me in one way or the other. So maybe I'm just not actually fit for it, or I'm doing something wrong. Usually, my job experiences have been pretty bad, like when trying to do. Um, I did have a job interview kind of style where um, I feel like I messed up. Like I did like a phone interview, and they came to a question of like, what do you want your rate to be, or something? Of like, how much do you want to get paid? And I was like, I like froze. It was like, wait a minute. It was a really weird job that I didn't quite understand what the job even what it was actually supposed to be, or like what they were actually looking for, or like what even the job position really was. I knew it was something visual design or something, but it's like I don't understand what this is. So it's like, how am I supposed to really, my mind was like trying to figure out like what am I don't know what I'm doing. So how am I supposed to make a perfect quote and say like, oh yes, give me $50 billion each time I make a visual design thing, please. And it's like I don't know. And so the interviewer person that was doing it was like literally like taken aback of like, whoa, wait a minute, what do you mean you don't know? Like took a recoil of like, huh, you don't know what you're talking about. And it's like, yeah, I don't. Because unfortunately, like that one was just so vague, and it's like one of those kind of companies that's like, I don't even understand what you're trying to actually sell or like what this actually is. And it's like just interested enough. That's like, well, let's try it out. I was like in college and trying to figure out like let's do this for practice and see what happens, you know. And turned out to be like something really weird that I didn't even understand. So I was like, I'm glad I didn't get it just because I don't even think I've really understood what they wanted. So, yeah, but that was probably for the best. But like some of these ones is like have been some of the ones that I've are actively trying to get have been uh, a little unfortunate. I've been more unfortunate because I am trying now, you know, to get these, and I don't even know whether or not they have looked at my application or really not, you know. And so that's making me a little sad. I was like, okay, because I don't know how to approve, you know. Because each time I do this, it's like, well, do I, you know, what can I do to do better at this? And it's like if I get completely ghosted and not knowing what exactly one went wrong, that's the big thing. That's usually what um, you know ticks me off a little bit. It's like, wait a minute, how can I improve from this situation? And if I don't know, then it's like it gets annoying. It like gets to me a little bit, and it's like what do you want me to do? Like, am I just not fit for it? Am I just not? Is my portfolio wrong? Should I have done this better? Like, what should I have done to done this better? And it's like if I have no idea, I get a response, and it's like, cool. So I did it exactly the same way as I did last time, and I guess hope for the best. But then now I've done it 3 times, and it's like it's enough to have a pattern, and it's like cool. So something's a little bit off. Where is that one going? So yeah, so that's where I am. Just mildly inconvenienced, and it's like I don't know. So oh well, that's fine. I'm sure. Just keep going until something happens. But it's like, man, didn't know how really competition this is, or like really how weird and hard this is to get this to even have like the next. I thought the hardest step would just be to get the next step of having an interview. This is me just applying for it and saying hello, I exist, email, like not even having a um you know way to say like, look, this is me, please, listen to me, like how I can talk this out. Ah, okay. Just keep trying new places until you land one. Ghosting happens and there's no way to know that you've been ghosted until too much time. The first one was like pretty much the beginning of the year. I made a resolution to try and get a different job or like a Midnight Mirrors has been fun, but I wanna move on. So, it's been about 2 or so weeks. I applied right around Christmas, so I think that's probably enough time. So, um, that what do I want? There you go. That's probably enough time. That's probably for them to consider other people. So, oh well. Near, near. It's just unfortunate when it's like was like stepping out of my boundaries to like actually do the interview. Like just trying to do apply is really hard, and then to hear nothing is like, oh, you know. So, because I'm so used to those other experiences where it's like people come to me and then they want my come to me for knowing what they want. Like for Fallout Celestia, that was Josh Scorcher. Actually, it came from. Actually, I love Composable a lot. It was like the first one to like reach out to me and say, "Hey, we need animators." Maybe exhausting. Oh boy. Well, I'm learning that. I love Composable a lot. Like contacting me to say, "Hey, we need animators. Would you like to work on this?" And I said, "Okay." You know. So I started working animating for her different perspective animation, which has its own controversies and everything. But yeah, it was really fun to work on that. But yeah, that's from like those experiences. It's like okay, I didn't assume then. I assumed, which is bad, is that um, I'll just wait until someone else contacts me, and then they'll need a job, which did happen, is what happened. Is that then Josh Scorcher um, heard from I Love Composable a lot that I'm a good worker and have good work ethic, that she recommended me to work on to be a good worker for Josh's project. So that's why I worked on Fallout Celestia. So it's like I fortunately didn't really put too much work into, like, you know, um, really, it's not gonna work. Really apply myself in a sense to, like, do those typical style, like I'm gonna apply for a job kind of style stuff. So I just don't have the experience of what actually will work out. I'm not gonna do that just yet. Just trying to get this look okay-ish. Body shape is looking mighty nice. There you go. So, yeah. I'll keep going. I applied for one, well, I think beginning Sunday or so. So, um, we'll see about that. But yeah, I don't know. I thought personally that I would apply for something and then wait a week or so and then have no response, and then I would apply for a lot more, and then the original people would come back and say, hey, we're ready for you. Are you available now? And I'd be like, uh-oh, now I would have a conflict of interest then, where I'd be like, uh-oh, now I have to decide which one to do, you know. So that's why I'm a little bit hesitant to, like, apply for too many, because then I'd be like, oh, which one now do I choose? So apparently that's not been an issue at this point, you know. So as I don't have anyone yet, so we'll see though. Let's see. Amazing, this little horse body, nice and plump. Let's see. Kind of did all this on iPod. I'm sorry, I didn't really explain what I was doing. I just kind of was just like adding lines, adding geometry where I needed it, and like decided like, okay, maybe I need a little bit more form here, so let's just add a little bit more, and then decide where some of this can kind of be ironed out just a little bit here. Let's kind of move this up. Kind of get that going. There you go. This kind of stuff I can do. And definitely live streaming is don't need to wait for someone else to tell me to tell me what to do or wait for that. So that's nice. Appreciate you guys for listening too. So yeah. I don't know. In college I thought freelancing was just like being able to work on whatever I want at any time. Not having a boss man to like hover over me the whole time. What's this? And saying like, work on this now. So now realizing freelance really is just trying to find my own work and doing other stuff, doing other people's stuff. So it's not bad, but woo, it's not what I really expected. So that's not good. Okay, so if I wanted to change, trying to think, if I want to change the pivot point's at the bottom, which I guess is fine. It's at the world axis. That's fine. I would probably have to apply the mirror, and then I might be able to change it from there. Because what happened was when I tried to set it to origin to geometry, the middle of the geometry, then it started to split up, and then it added some weirdness. So, okay, that's just my talking out loud. Let's add legs. And we're doing half time. Just because I spent so long trying to trying to get the microphones working. Which I'm still not quite sure what I need to do to fix that. So, oh well. What do I got? How much geometry do I have? I need to probably have another all the way around. So I need to have some geometry going this way. I can probably play with that later. Nope. Scale Y. Nope, scale X. There you go. It's always the last one. Try to make it flat. All the way around. And then we do another one for the opposite side of the leg. Scale X. Let's do this from the front, maybe. There you go. Okay. And then I'm gonna grab it and see where it needs to go. So it see like it needs to be a little bit higher, maybe? Maybe I can leave it like that. That's probably fine. Let's grab it in just a little bit to there. And this can go much more inward. So now we'll have these, and probably this block can work, and this block. So I'm gonna drag these out. Meow. To get some legs. And let's see. What do I want? I just want to put it to this flat, and then there you go. There you go. Okay, so now it's flat. Both ends. Push this back. Let's see. Hi, Joker. Welcome, welcome. So the front leg here looks pretty good. But if I wanted to animate, I don't have enough geometry to really bend it. So I'm going to have to add some geometry up at the shoulder. Do I have enough here? Maybe 2 equidistant. And I want like an elbow about halfway. And then another one at the bottom here to kind of squish this down, and this one. Squish this one down into a point, basically. Select these rings and bring these inward. So that's looking okay. Okay, from the side here. Just kind of get these out. So it'll be fine. I'm sure I'll find something. It's definitely hard because I don't really have much experience with like much. Obviously I have all this kind of experience where I got all the stream stuff and all my everything's very pony related, so that's gonna be the biggest issue. So, oh well. Boof. Let's see. Oop. Nope. There you go. That it froze on me. That, yeah, I probably have to really make a good impression with my... Oop. It's not allowing me to select those for some reason. Ah. Now my portfolio site. I updated the YouTube description to include my portfolio site if you want to look at that. Obviously it's not mandatory. But if, you know, if you like what you see, I don't know. Nope. Let's get this going. Still can't select these. I want this one. Is it like... Maybe I have to have X-ray mode on. Because then I'll be able to go all the way through the geometry like this. Just to select them. There we go. Because I want it to be here. What's that? That doesn't look good. Why is the back leg weird? Might have to just redo the leg in that case. Okay. Let's get this. X-ray probably turn off. Seems like it's actually weird. It's like it does exist a little bit larger. How far out does it? Oh yeah, you see? Like it does kind of touch the red line here. If I turn the roughs on, oh, it's being clipped. Oh, it's being clipped by the actual reference, so I can actually see the size of it. That's crazy. Okay. Want to move these out. Yep. There you go. Let me move these up a little bit. This might be the... When I was working on the head, I was having a little bit of a trouble trying to get the nose to look smooth. So I feel like this is gonna be same kind of issue. I'm sensing is gonna be similar here, where I'm trying to get it to look okay. Yeah. Can't confirm it sucks. Okay. Well, yeah. Oh boy. That's a luck, thank you. You know, I just didn't know how bad it would be, you know? So that was just a big point. Let's see. See how to adjust do I suggest that you put learning blender so as not to get far outside in the YouTube description? So that way I think I did not put it in the my portfolio website. I was thinking about it. I definitely had the opportunity to, but unfortunately I didn't. I chickened out of that. Maybe just need more points. Might help a lot. That's looking okay. I might have to re-topologize it, maybe? I'm not sure. Maybe figure out where some of these points... Yeah, description. Okay. To change that to be... What was it? Learning blender. Okay. Yeah, to not get froze out my camera abilities. Yeah. That is, that's gonna be tough. Because I did, like, look and see, like, oh, there's Unity, you know, game asset kind of people, or job opportunities, and it's like, cool. That sounds fun. Would I be able to really do that? Maybe not. Considering how this right now is turned out, it's like, ooh, yeah, maybe not. But sounds fun. There we go. You just need a little bit of fine tuning, but I think that's pretty good. Hello. Hi, Two-Tailed. Derpy. Hi, horse. Hello. Bear Dad. Bet that sounded great. Okay. Let's work on the leg, which I think I broke. Yeah, so not an ish. I will. I think I just have to like delete this edge and this edge, and this point, and this point. And let's turn this off so I can make sure. Oh, there's two more here. Okay, so now I got a regular box, and I could just pull this down. Beep. Fill it at the bottom, and now I got a leg. Round it up. Boop, leg. We're back. Back in business. Shoosh. Just over here, and let's do the same thing, which may or may not be more complex. There's definitely this little edge here. If I hide, there's this little, like the little back edge of a horse leg. The back leg of a horse, where like the butt touches the back leg. There's always like this kind of sticky outy part. I don't know if I can annotate. There's like you got that butt, and then there's like this beep, and then a plop. So it's whatever this shape is. Apparently I can't just go back to delete that, so I'll just have to delete it that way. There you go. So with 3D, that might be a little tricky, whether or not that'll actually bend correctly. So let's see. At least I can. Let's keep it flat for now. And just add some couple edge loops, same style, near the middle. I'm adding two for animation, so that when I bend it, it'll have enough geometry to really bend it. But I think because of the way that I'm kind of making it kind of, I might just go back in and just retopologize it, because I'm going to probably have to go back through just to make it a little smoother. Retopologizing is where you have a high poly sculpt, and then that has like too many polygons and too many detail into it. Just too much going on. So be easier for a computer and for yourself to not go crazy is to go back through and make a lower detailed version of the mesh, so it can be a little bit easier to work with. But you already have your higher poly sculpt to like work with, so you can kind of go over it like putting on a shirt kind of a style, where you already like putting on a second pair of a shirt. Like you have your one shirt on that might have a whole bunch of wrinkles, and then what if you want to like make a put on the second pair of the shirt, and so that top shirt will hopefully still carry that kind of weird ruffles and whatever detail you want. Like that'll still be there, but now you also have use that as your landmark of your higher one. Your higher one is your it's hard to do this at the same time. You have your higher one as your landmark, and then use that as a guide to then go on top with a lower amount of quality. But you're still trying to carry that same wrinkles and stuff, but now you just have less geometry to work with at the end result. So at the end you'll have hopefully something that looks about the same quality, but you're actually using less detail. So that looks pretty good. And from the front, might be able to just pick up the entire leg. How am I gonna do this? I wanna just, guess I could just grab from here. Just trying to select. Thankfully for Mirror Modifier, I don't have to worry about both legs at the same time. I can just worry about this one. Speaking of, I probably want to convert this back so I can actually see which geometries I want to move, scoosh over. See which ones I miss, like that mesh. And let's kind of scoosh it over to be roughly the same. And see, this is actually what I modeled, but if I put the smooth modifier on, you actually get much smoother. And if you turn on rendering, you can't see it anyway, of how the weird blemishes and stuff. Speaking of, let's put on a material. I made a couple, so I got body, and if I turn the, not horse, but a couple of spotlights, there you go. So you can see it kind of being cel shaded already. So there we go. Pretty happy with that so far. Let's see. You're skilled enough in that. I would say as far as Blender goes, you're still in a mid-learning experience. Okay. I would say I have less experience with Toon Boom, at least with the way that there's such a higher level skill level. Because mostly what I've done with Toon Boom has just been puppeting, and the kind of jobs that I've been taking have been hand-drawn animation, with cleanup and stuff. So I don't have much of my reels of that at all. That's probably the issue. I've been applying for something that I don't actually have visual reels and experience to really show it off. So it's possible that's why. Oh boy. I would be finding new shortcuts. Okay. Someone who uses not from coming from not as someone who uses Blender, but as someone who has watched you work and learn while using it. You're still seemingly learning intricacies of the program. Okay. Maybe Cookie gets it. Yeah, and I was trying to say too is that I feel like there's just so many different, facets and styles that, I can perfect my one style, like my Flash animation, my Toon Boom style, where, and even Blender, there's always like one particular art style or one particular way that I got really good at. So if someone wants the complete opposite, then I don't have the materials and reels to really show off that, yeah, I have the knowledge of these programs, but what you actually want, is something that I haven't really done yet. Like I could be completely, know in and outs of keyboard shortcuts and who knows and whatnots of all these different programs and stuff, but if I haven't personally done a project where I have to do photorealism, you know, uh, Art Deco, who knows, minimalism, they'll just have like so many different art styles that even though I know my way around, if they want some sort of different motion or way that it's actually drawn, then it's, then you're starting from ground zero. So that's where more becomes, I could have 100 years experience in Flash, but if I spent those 100 years working with a small select of different styles, then maybe, eventually someone might say, hey, I like your style, and I want to work with your style or do a project with you. But for me to apply for someone else's project, then that's where the tables turn, is that then I can't really say confidently that I'd be able to do your project. So that's the problem. What do I got? I want to turn this into body v2 and put it into select this, select the box, and keep transform. So if I animate it, yep, there we go. Plane. So do 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 do. Let's see. Anything else I want to do? I could probably start working. It's not too much time to really work on anything too much prolific right now. What I do want to do is be able to remesh at least this gold, at least a little better. Oh, I guess I can also show. I haven't shown this off yet. So the outlines are the original mesh. Let's see. So this is what I basically made into this kind of lower poly style of it. I haven't applied my mirror mesh yet, so that's why the left side isn't fully baked yet. So ears are also pretty simple once you turn off the let's turn off the armatures. Mirror modifier. So what I would like to do is to put the ear onto the head and do stuff like that. So I gotta turn off all the. It's just visual, that's why it's a little computer monitor. It's just a visual of real time. Instead I'm turning it off. So I'm not actually. It'll still render. Oop, that's the mirror. Maybe I should actually read it what I'm actually doing. There you go. So this is what I think I. There we go. That's the low poly version. So cute. I think so. Why is it still like high? I guess I really made it high quality. Oh well. Let's see. Shortcuts. Don't mean keyword shortcuts, but time-saving ones that don't boost your worker quality. I think you understand what I'm trying to reverse it. Star says, but I think you understand what I was saying. Okay. Yeah, it's hard. I'm just I'm just frazzled from trying to do jobs and trying to do my movie at the same time because I want to do it. I want to get my movie done at a certain day. I'm not gonna say what day, so if that doesn't happen, you won't know. um, but yeah, I've just been super frazzled to try to get everything going, and yeah, it's just been hard trying to get everything going here. Um, it's just a lot. So, as well as some Minimers fun business with that. So it's been just all over the place trying to get everything going. So even with this, I feel like streams and stuff are they're fun, but I think they're actually kind of taking up just a little bit of my limited time in a sense, to get to get everything that I want done. So, okay. Yeah, so once I'm done with this stream, then I'll probably just move on and just kind of switch gears back into movie. So, oh well. What do I want to do is, I notice I want this to be a four box. So I think I probably can just like merge by last and just kind of make these into triangles. This may not work, but we'll see. So I can always redo it. I can always like re-topologize it anyway, so I'm not too worried about that so much. Like I know that this won't probably be the last time I model this more, so it'll be fine. Okay, and we got that. So I got ear, and we got head. So I'm going to select both of them and say join. So now they're joined together. So now I can select both of these meshes at the same time. Let me just see what we got. Like which polygon? I probably want it to be this one. I think it's that one. Might it be this one? Nah, it's too low. Yeah, it's probably this one. That's the head. Ah. That one? This one. It's hard to select it. I'll just kind of put my hand right there and then say this one. Okay. Delete face. And then I'll have to move this one, this one, this one, and this one. It's come along well. Thank you. Hope it is. What I want to do is move this up, maybe just a bit. Shows I can now merge these together. Beep. 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 And beep. Okay, so now these are all connected, so now I just gotta move. Heyo. Welcome. Let's get the planes back in, just so I can see. Roughly where I want these to be. And from the side. So yeah, now it's going to be a lot of finagling with these to try and get these to like all line up a little better. So might have to start over with this mesh, because these are not going to play well with each other here. Let's get rid of the refs. References. That's what that is. Gotta go. Thanks so much for that. Have a good one. Thank you. Thank you, Sethi. I appreciate it. Oof. Yeah, look at all that. Ugh. So gross. Can't go inside the head. Unless. That's the inside, yeah. So might have to retopologize it, just in a sense that I need to just start over with less geometry to make that second shirt look a little better. What I could probably do is actually get this to connect over here or something. Beep. You know, and then beep. 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 He was like, good morning. See, like having less geometry is helping him just a little bit here. So just gonna be go around and trying to remove as many points as possible, while obviously still maintaining good geometry. I think at this point it's probably not gonna really work out as well as I probably think it will. But trying to merge these into one, yeah, look how gross this is now. Just how many points now? Are trying to meld together. But hopefully by trying to remove a whole bunch of these, I'll get something close to what I want. And then we'll be good. Obviously it's 3D, so there's a lot of weirdness. And, okay. But, you'll get the point. So what I'll do, yeah. he's gonna try and fix this in the meantime. I will continue on working on this. I'll make the ears a little better. Maybe see if the legs need any more. I think the legs are pretty good. Might have to work on rounding out some of these pieces here. And then, yeah, see like this kind of pointed section here. Or it's just like a sharp edge right there. So it's smoothing stuff like that out. And then I think the last part will then be to work on the face, which I know the eyes and face are, they look weird. Thank you for not completely ratting me out on how this looks really dumb. This is all temporary. So, our first phase of this. So, what I'll have to do is retopologize it to allow me to have a mouth here. And then I'll have a texture here to make it the nostril. So the nostril will be like an image texture. So I'll like draw like a little half moon shape and then crescent moon and then put it onto here. So it won't be geometry or like polygon baked in, but it'll just be a picture put on top. But the mouth will be geometry, so I'll have to make like a whole bunch of different little rings to make a mouth. Same with the eye. Well, that's have to be reconfigured. Might have to have like the entire shape here be a separate image or a separate piece, separate object to kind of play with that, and then I'll have the pupil be its own separate mesh as well. And so, yeah, and then that'll be it just for the modeling of just the base horse. I'm just getting this going. Then we gotta rig it to include an armature, a whole bunch of bone systems, be able to move and have blend shapes and controls, IKs, who knows what else we want. And then we'll have an animatable horse. But right now we can't really animate it as much as, you know, spinning her around. Turn the lights on. Disco playing on top. There you go. Ba-doop, ba-doop, ba-doop. So, ears are not great. Definitely want to fix that. Might need to like start from the head and then build an ear outward. Might be the best way of going about that instead of doing it the way that I did. I feel like the streams have been me doing a really complex way of doing it, and then taking a break and going, why don't I just do this? And it's like 1,000 times simpler. So, unfortunately, you get to watch the not optimized way, because I do these as live as I can, you know. Like I don't like between streams. I don't really build things. Try to clean up stuff that I have. I don't try to, you know, I don't try to like do what I was gonna do in the stream and then do it again. So I do these kind of blind in a sense like that. So yeah, you get the weird off on hand, just trying to figure it out kind of stage. Meanwhile, in between streams, I'm like, okay, why don't I just do this? And then I do it in like 10 minutes. I do it way faster. So, oh well. Yeah, today I've just been really frazzled with everything that's going on. So, hopefully, you guys still had fun. But yeah, she do be spinning. Let's go to end. Okay, so yeah. Hopefully by next time I'll have it be looking a little nicer, hopefully. Yeah. How we doing? I forgot to like wave to a couple of you guys. I think some of you guys left, but anyway, hello. Like Mirror Ball and Chinese name. I don't think I can. Excuse me, on top of my hand, understand that. Let's see. Oh, Taiwan. Cool. Oh, I was actually gonna show a video. Cause maybe I should do this. Should I do this for next time? This is still modeling, so I guess it's fine. Because I think next time will be pretty complex. There was a Pony Fair Air modeling video. Let's turn it off. Where back in May there was a convention, online convention, where they had a bunch of different pony community people from all different I don't even know. Anyway, there was a 3D modeler as one of the convention panelists, and they showed a bunch of videos. And near the end of the panel, they showed a time lapse of. I guess I can share the video, so you guys can watch it. It's near the end, so around the 45-50 minute mark. I was reminded of this. I was looking through, are there just videos of people modeling a horse in Blender? Like, what can I take away from, those kind of videos? And I found this one, and I was reminded, because I did watch this one live. I was watching this panel live, and I at the end, they had this time lapse of, I think they're in Maya, which is a different 3D modeling thing, but regardless, I was watching them, and I was watching them also add like 100 different like edge loops to like very, very simple geometry, but then I never really saw them like actually use them, or like make it into a bend, because that's the point of adding geometry, be able to add, curvy, kind of woos, kind of C shapes, like you have a stick, and you add enough geometry, you can like make it a bendable stick, or like add different shapes and stuff. But then I never really did. I want to find like the worst offending that I've found out here. It's really hard to solve. Yeah, here's one. How do I show this? What can't you see? I'll let you see all that. So so like here you got this bench, but it's like whoa, 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 whoa. So every single oh, you can't see my mouse, but every single see you, Dakota. Thank you so much. I super appreciate you. Which I can talk. Let me give us some juice. But yeah, looking at this bench, I was like, what are you doing? Like, it just keeps going of like, look how much geometry that is. You can't see my mouse. I wonder if I could do this. Nah, not really. Okay, trying to find a different place for it. But yeah, just looking at the amount of detail and geometry that's polygons that are going into this bench here. The only reason I can fathom of why you would want that many is so that you can be able to add a curve or a bend, like a straw, like a bendy straw. The only reason that there's those on a bendy straw, you have those little wavy, the bendy part of the bendy straw, whatever that's called. The only reason that that's there is so you can actually bend it. So when you look at this, it's like, why? Like I have no. I'm just more confused of why this is a thing. Hi Frenchie, take care. Okay, thank you. See you then, Frenchie. Yeah, hopefully next time, or maybe like a week or so, we'll get the character done, and then we'll start asking for ideas for story ideas. So yeah, maybe in a week or so. I don't know. But yeah, just looking at this is like that's so much, and then just watching what they do next. Whoops! They do each thing. Yeah, just just that mass of blue, which is like so much. And it's like, jeez. Oh man. Look at that silo or whatever on the left behind the house. It's like, what are you? I can only understand that if that's, if you're gonna, um, uh, do something with that, but usually you just get a, is it a UV thing? But why would you need that many UV squares? You know, um, maybe for a pattern. Maybe it's just for UV, but that's incredible just how much that is. How much geometry that is for what you're working on. And if you're gonna do this for animation, that's a lot. If you want it to be real time and like understand like the flow of what's going on, like that's seems like excessive. So, um, I can only think if it's like UV or something. Like look at here. The problem is that yeah, if it's gonna be a flat plane, if you know it's gonna be a flat plane, what I don't understand is why don't you just stop, right here, where there's no, um, no polygons or uh, information. Try to explain it dumbly, but it's hard. Um, Imagine like having a piece of paper, but then you want to like draw on it. Cool, but for the computer to really understand that that's a piece of paper, then you need to like unwrap it, which then puts it into a different universe, parallel universe, where the laws of up and down is kind of different. But anyway, um, so you can draw a picture like in Photoshop, and then you can then import it into 3D, and then apply that picture onto a mesh. That's kind of how 3D works. So, um, the reason to have this much geometry when you go pew 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 that much is and on the left is to make it so that when you um, unwrap it, then 3D software can understand that when you want to add your picture on top, you'll have enough information. It doesn't. Nah. For something that's flat, it doesn't make any sense. Why don't you just have like one plane, one shape, one polygon? So, anyway, I don't know if I'm missing anything. I don't know if you guys understand this enough. Is this blowing your mind of just adding this much? What's going on anyway? I don't know. Can't even make it higher quality. Yeah, it's already high enough. It's from a. It's a video taken from a live stream, put it onto YouTube, and then put onto your on your stream. So it's a lot. So anyway, I was just like reminded of this. That's like that's a lot. And then like look at like what I'm doing. It's like I'm having you know like 10 polygons per barrel, and it's like, am I doing it wrong? Do I need a million polygons per barrel? Uh, so anyway, I just thought of that. And if anyone, if anyone here happened to know, um, if there was a reason to do that besides to make UV editing simpler, I guess. But then at the same time, a lot of the stuff that you know you're gonna be texturing on top is gonna be um, pretty cartoony. It's gonna be solid shapes. So I kind of use the solid shapes and cartooniness to my advantage when I do my Paper Derpy movie 3D assets. Is that I use um, that there's no photorealism style of adding grunge and adding these very, uh, the realistic moss and stuff that would make it easier if you had more information to work with, because then you can have like the grunge be from only like polygon 1 to up to 3 instead of being one whole giant larger mass that then you have to deal with. But either way, it's like, jeez. Like cartoons. So anyway, I just have all these weird pet peeves. This is pet peeve to stream, but jeez. This is just where my headspace has just been. Um, I've just been trying to wrap my head around all this stuff. It's just been really, really complex. So like, I haven't had time to like really decompose. I've even when I'm trying to sleep, like I would dream of trying to figure out how to do some of these how I would fix some of the geometry on my Derpy model. Like, what do I have to do to make this look a little better? And so I never really rest. Even when it seems like I'm resting, I'm like, what if this shot I can like remove, or like, can I combine these two shots, for my movie, or like, why are these people ghosting me? Like, what is it, me or is it them? Why is it three of them? So I was like, should I really do more? It's like, this doesn't seem to be working. Like, I'm not getting to the second tier of to get a job. It's like, wait a minute, I'm not even. It's like it becomes to a point where like, wait a minute, is this just how it is, and I'm just supposed to go with it, or is something actually wrong? And then these three people are, so I'm at a loss because I haven't seen any. That's the problem. I haven't seen any reaction, and that's what really gets to me. Is that just tell me that I'm not, what you're looking for, and then I can move on. That's all I'm looking for. But right now I'm just like waiting and just like not knowing what am I supposed to do with the non-information that I have. You know. Ah, I'm gonna squish down. Boop, boop. Anyway, um, anything else? Move on. So yeah, I'll keep working on this. I'll keep working on everything else. Don't you worry. Work on, I don't know, cleaning up and recalculate my normals on the model here or something. That might work. Um, uh, yeah, clean up what I've done. Try not to do new stuff in a sense. Not like I'm not gonna. What I'm not gonna do is turn this into a specific horse. I have the derpy colors, but that's just for my own personal sake. Um, so what I'm gonna do is because just finish this with a model and an armature with controls and stuff, and then afterward um, we'll stop there, and then I'll ask for our cartoon idea, and then we'll decide which characters you want, and then we'll make the characters after that. Um, so we're just making a base for right now, and then we can turn that base into whatever horse we want afterward. So that's the plan. For anyone confused with that. Okay. One time sending emails, didn't realize I made a mistake. I sent one with the fix. I just had time with no reply. As the second one's asking for the dots I sent. Whoop. Okay. I guess I'll wait. Another asking if they received the second email. And turns out they did not get notified of receiving this second one at all. Excuse me. It's possible, yeah, that the emails might be somehow broken. Be weird if it happened that many times though. That's still my crux of like, why did it happen that many times? The same way. So they read the second email and gave me their reply. Of course, is it okay if I say like I guess I could say like I'm still interested, but then I guess for the first one I was like in you know 2 weeks ago. Should I send another one? I guess I can. Um, I don't know. I guess yeah. I guess it won't really hurt. I guess to say like I'm still interested. Hmm. Again, I haven't really done this. I haven't personally had the experience of doing this sort of stuff, so I'm not really sure what's the best mode of operation or whatever to really do all this. So, uh, yeah. I'm just frazzled anyway, so yeah, won't hurt. Um, so it's just weird. It's like it yeah. It's just unfortunate because that's like usually what what always gets me is that sort of ghosting stuff. So that's like, wait a minute. I don't know if you're I don't know what your status is at all. And it's like, man. um yeah. So look at this, you know. So yeah, it's either I just reply back and say, hey, I'm still interested, and then I just keep looking for more, you know. So I don't know. I'm exhausted now. Maybe I'll do it later. Um, oh boy, yeah. We'll see. Oh well. Um, hey, I'm interested. I'm open. For all you guys, yeah. Yeah. Mainly just trying to find better opportunities than just Midnight Mirrors, because that's been going on for a while, and not too many. Um, the positives aren't really weighing out the negatives in a sense. Got a phone call. That's fun. Let's see who it is. There we go. Okay, sorry. um, something clinging answer. Well, yeah, it'd be clinging if I asked like every day or something. um, no one's gonna don't even reply to an email asking if the previous one got lost. Oh, should I also say I'm interested? That sounds rude. It sounds rude if I say, "Hey, I'm interested, and I'm wondering why did you not get my email? You know, I sent one, huh? You know, so I don't know if that's okay or not to say that. You know, um, uh, is unplayed appearance. It can also psychologically force them to reply. I can't read, so we're good. um, thank you, Star. I do appreciate it. Maybe I just need to take a break, even though I need to keep working on this. You know, keep plugging away and trying to keep finding something. Man, it's draining. It's emotionally draining. You know, I got emotional damage. Whoa. Uh huh. That's so funny, right? Hmm. Um. Oh boy. Uh. Let's see. Gotta word it really formally and professionally. That's Romans. I don't know. Like, dear company, um, I'm still interested in your position. Um, what's the next? Like, I'm interested in hearing an update on the hiring process. Like, is that too then weird? Of like, what's your status on it? You know, or I could just leave it at the first sentence. You know, just waiting for a reply or something. Or is that too? You know, it's too hard to really nail that down. You know. Um, but anyway, uh, maybe I'll just look it up. Maybe I'll look up some. There's got to be some templates of like replying to a whatever this is. I don't even. I'm so tired. Maybe I'll just end the stream and then Star, if you wanna help with this more, we can DM or something. 'Cause I do wanna figure this out. So ah, okay. But yeah, I think I'm just getting really exhausted right now. So on Tuesday, um, at that time, we will see where we are with the model and maybe work on the face to get those extra things. Maybe, I don't know how far I'll get, but then the next step will be adding the armature, the bones and skeletons, make it actually move around. So that's coming up. So yeah, I'll end it here. Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate you. Definitely sorry for trying to help me and everyone else. Um, I've just been, guess what, anxious and nervous about all this and trying to. It's been really stressed me out. So I appreciate all you guys for a lot of your great words. Especially a lot of starred in here. I see a lot of words. Um, yeah. So I do appreciate you and definitely for all your patience and definitely have support just for my own personal projects as well. Um, as I'm really working really hard to get the movie going, and I'm finally actually starting to get some animation progress on that. Um, the backgrounds probably aren't 100% done, but they're in a place that I feel like I'm confidently animating them, so um, that's good. So I'll continue with that, um, and then see where I go from there. So yeah, sorry if you want to continue with that, you can DM me. But right now, I'm just gonna end the stream right here. So yeah. Maybe if I should as well. I'd like to know if my email I got in the last one. Oh, okay. This is what you're. Oh, I'm supposed to say that. Okay, I get you. About to give us a wish. Wish your company luck and a good day. You worker. Oh boy. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, everyone else. Thank you, everyone else who's still watching. No one's got weird at the end. But yeah, this is where I've been. My headspace is just full of this. So sorry for bringing you guys down with me, but yeah, it's just been all filling my mind recently and just trying to get this going. So we'll see. Yeah, hopefully soon. But yeah, thank you, everyone. Okay, see you next time. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor Burrow. Um, Keep it a good work. Thank you. Yes, thank you. But everyone else too. Thank you. Thank you for your support. Thank you. Okay. Bye, guys. Bye bye.